Hello, Warriors of Light, and welcome to my weekly podcast that covers different Final Fantasy XIV topics. This is my 31st podcast of 2025 and the 83rd episode in the series. As usual, I will be dividing this podcast into two parts. For the first part, I will be commenting on one topic from the German General Forum, the new optional items from the Final Fantasy XIV online store, the ongoing Moogle Treasure Trove event, the recommencement of housing demolition on European data centers, the ending of Season 15 of the Crystalline conflict, the new Square Enix Apparel, and the new Fankit. For the second part of the podcast, I will be commenting on the Chronicles of Light Artbook, the new Pulse album, Patch 7.3, the latest episode of Duty Commenced, the new Blacklist improvements, the conclusion of PvP Series 8, and Patch 7.25. Today is August 2nd, 2025. So, this year I will randomly pick general official forum topics in different languages and give gamers my thoughts on them. So, today I will be commenting on a thread from the German forum titled Companion App Premium that was created by a user named Stradalese. This discussion was started in December of 2024, and the original poster asks about the Chocobo saddlebag and increased inventory capacity. So, the companion app is an optional feature in Final Fantasy XIV, where gamers can assign retainers on ventures, organize their inventory, buy and sell on the market boards, and more. In addition, gamers can chat with friends, join fellowships, and view their characters' data. In this discussion, the original poster is asking about increasing inventory size. And yes, if gamers subscribe to this feature, gamers will have a Chocobo saddlebag with double the space, and the ability to hire another retainer. So, in closing this part, I highly recommend gamers to take a look at this German discussion and download the companion app today. Next, the Final Fantasy XIV online store released new optional items. Gamers can purchase the new Crystarium Rebels attire. This costume set includes the Crystarium Rebels top, wrist gear, thigh boots, and more. With this costume set, gamers can dress up their character as Alice, the spirited female heir to the Levio line. Gamers can find more information from the Final Fantasy XIV online store. Next, the Moogle Treasure Trove event has already started and will end upon the release of Patch 7.3. The top prize is the coffee cup earring. Some of the rare items I saw on the list for mounts were the Ruby Gwyber trumpet and the Iron Frog mover ignition key. These items will help new players get the Ruby Gwyber and the Iron Frog mover, respectively. In addition, there is a new Ultimog challenge, and a sizable tombstone reward awaits those who complete this special task. I highly recommend gamers participate in this unique event for the rare items. Next, the automatic housing demolition timer for worlds in the European data center, which was halted temporarily in November 2024, will resume with the release of Patch 7.3 scheduled for early August. The counter for automatic demolition may be reset for certain estates depending on the usage of housing during the period when estate demolition was suspended. If an estate hasn't been built on the plot, the counter may be reset upon entering the estate once it has been built. For players who have not entered their estates for at least 30 days, the status under the Estate tab of the timer's window will indicate the estate is being prepared for demolition and denote the number of days remaining. This status will no longer be displayed upon entering the estate. Gamers can find more information on the Lodestone website. Next, the competition has been fierce, but Season 15 of the Crystalline conflict will soon draw to a close with the beginning of Patch 7.3 maintenance, scheduled for early August. Once the season has ended, players will receive rewards according to their overall rank and tier within each physical data center. The top 300 ranking players will receive rewards in the Japanese, North American, and European data centers, while the top 100 ranking players will receive rewards in the Oceanian data center. Players must participate in at least one ranked match during the season in order to receive tier rewards. The final results will be announced after the release of Patch 7.3, so give it your all and prove yourself as the fiercest fighter in Final Fantasy XIV. Next, the Final Fantasy XIV team in presenting Lit BF Apartment, a new street casual brand from Square Enix, started its first release with 2 Final Fantasy XIV t-shirts. One of the t-shirts, called the Laporte DJ T, features an embroidered DJ Laporte on the chest, and the other t-shirt, called the Digital Mixer T, showcases a DJ Laporte's music production screen on the back. Both designs are available in black and white, and pre-orders are available now. Gamers can find more information on the Lodestone website. Next, the Final Fantasy XIV team released a new fan kit featuring artwork from patch 7.3 titled The Promise of Tomorrow. The fan kit includes desktop and smartphones wallpapers. In addition, profile headers for X, formerly known as Twitter, are also available for download. Gamers can get more information from the Lodestone website or the link provided below. So now, we will take a small break and continue on to part 2 of this podcast in a few moments. Welcome back, everyone. So, for part 2 of this podcast, I will be commenting on the Chronicles of Light Artbook, the new Pulse album, patch 7.3, the latest episode of Duty Commenced, the new Blacklist improvements, the conclusion of PvP Series 8, and patch 7.25. So, the Final Fantasy XIV team has announced that Final Fantasy XIV Chronicles of Light Volume 2 is due for release on Tuesday, October 7th, with pre-orders available today. This collection contains a total of 30 short stories, including those originally published on the Lodestone as Tales from the Shadows, Tales from the Twilight, Tales from the Dawn, and Tales Under the New Moon, along with 4 new and exclusive stories. The book also features cover art and illustrations by acclaimed Final Fantasy artist Toshiyuki Idahana. Gamers can find more information on the Lodestone website. Next, the Final Fantasy XIV team is delighted to announce that the Pulse Final Fantasy XIV Remix Album Volume 2 is scheduled for release on September 24th and will feature Final Fantasy XIV's most popular track. Also, this album will include a wealth of music mixes across genres, including future bass, house, technopop, electro swing, and more. In addition to the 10 tracks included on Sessions 1 and 2 of the Pulse Final Fantasy XIV Remix Album Volume 2, the deluxe edition features 5 brand new music mixes for you to enjoy. Gamers can find more information from the Square Enix online store. So, patch 7.3 will include a new deep dungeon titled Pilgrim's Traverse, a new cosmic explorer destination called Fena, new upgrades to phantom weapons, a new Unreal trial for the Wreath of Snakes battle, and the second part of the Alliance raid titled Echoes of Van Oudsan. Doria, the Second Walk. Gamers can find more information on the official Lodestone website. Next, the latest episode of Duty Commenced was broadcasted on July 30th, and the 3 hosts, Danielle, Sarah, and Aya, discussed more exhilarating details coming in patch 7.3 and the latest episode from Letter from the Producer. In addition, Danielle, Aya, and Sarah, also known as Okiyomi, Sisikura, and Minarine respectively, showcase the latest entries from talented content creators and artists during the community commendation segment for prizes and giveaways, such as 10 Namazu fan figurines. The revealing episode is now available to watch on the Lodestone website or on the official Final Fantasy XIV Twitch channel. Next, producer and director Naoki Yoshida has released a statement regarding additional measures being taken to improve the blacklist feature in Final Fantasy XIV. So, the chat filtering functionality added in patch 7.0 will be changed from filtering all characters from a Square Enix account to just one character at a time. Furthermore, the blacklist feature will continue to hide characters and their chat messages on another Square Enix account, but any notes attached to blacklist entries will be deleted due to changes in how the blacklist will be managed. Also, characters can be added to the blacklist from the contact list, but starting with patch 7.3, this option will no longer persist after logging out and logging back in. Gamers can find more information on the Lodestone website. Next, PvP Series 8 will draw to a close with the release of patch 7.3, and series rewards will be updated at the start of Series 9. Gamers can confirm their progress in the current series as well as the series experience points required to reach the next milestone by navigating to the character menu, selecting PvP profile, and finally series milestones. Gamers can find more information on the Lodestone website. Lastly, patch 7.25 was released on May 27th and included a new field operation named Crescent Isle, Mirage Island with an area named the Occult Crescent South Horn. In addition, the patch also included Moogle Treasure Allied Society quests and more Hildebrand adventure quests. Also, phantom weapons are obtainable through new weapon enhancement quests by working with Geralt Blackthorn, the legendary blacksmith for all relic weapons in Final Fantasy XIV. To participate in the new field operation, gamers will need to speak to the Expedition Messenger in Tuliolal and start the quest titled One Last Hurrah. Gamers must have completed the main scenario quest Dawntrail. To participate in the Moogle Treasure Allied Society quests, gamers will need to speak to Godel J in Yak T Tel and start the quest titled Cultivating Hope. Gamers must have completed the main scenario quest Dawntrail and the side quest One Forest. So, to participate in the Hildebrand adventure quests, gamers will need to speak to Nashu Mahakaraka in Solution 9 and start the quest titled Wizened Testimony. Gamers must have completed the main scenario quest titled Crossroads and the quest titled The Case of the Displaced Inspector. And to participate in the Phantom Weapons quests, gamers will need to speak to Litter Sale in the Phantom Village and start the quest titled Arcane Artistry. Gamers must first complete the side quest Unfamiliar Territory to begin the Phantom Weapon quests. And that's all I have for my 31st podcast for 2025. If you enjoy my podcasts, you can subscribe to my English podcast channels on YouTube and Rumble, and my Russian channels on RuTube and VKontakte. Also, you can follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, under Dynamis Ryne. Each week, I try to answer comments and questions found on my channels through my weekly podcasts. Feel free to post on my social media platforms and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.